Okay. Let me just see how well this goes. Okay, let me just check where the edges are. That's not correct. Hold on. I suppose I could actually just throw this in a little bit. Trialing and erroring a bit here. Bear with. I think this is easier to sort doing it this way. Alright, that'll do. I shouldn't need the mouse anyway for this point, so I can now put the chat back in. Okay, so let's go and create a new world, because might as well. And then we'll see how much of this we can go for. Racketeer. I didn't mind Racketeer, actually, though. I found it a bit... I don't know. We'll make a pocket world, because otherwise this is going to take ages to make. Long history... very low number of civilizations. We want a high number of sites. Very high savagery. We're not going to be doing this for too long, and we might as well have minerals everywhere because you know what? Minerals everywhere means we can do things. Go. So, what year should I stop this? Apparently we got to 550, which is as far as it wants to take me, which is okay by me, I suppose. We'll accept that. Don't know what region we've named this under. Also, it still seems wrong to me that I can make Dwarf Fortress worlds that quickly. I know I've only made a short one, but, you know. Alright, region 3 apparently I've made. Racketeer. I do own it, so I could do it at some stage. Oh, there's a volcano. Oh, I can go lava making. Oh, we like lava. It's also quite close to a river. Oh, if only I could guarantee getting some... I might have to make this a bit of a longer bit than I would normally do. What you missed was me debating just taking control of the mountain. Also, I've just noticed that I need to raise that slightly. Just a little bit. Marion, you've missed me failing completely at Dungeons of Dreadmore. Also, I should really put my webcam back up top, actually. Position... Right to bottom. Up. This thing is doing some weird things. Bear with. Yeah, it really is being annoying, this one. Alright, hold on. It's because it won't record the window, which is the real annoying bit. Okay, it's kind of it, but why now is it not actually doing? In theory, the window should be capturing the top bit, but it's not capturing it properly for whatever reason. I have no idea why. Yes, thank you. Yeah, I'm just going to extend this upwards then. Except downwards, rather. This, by the way, really annoying. Okay. So that's now in. Let's try and move HexChat up. HexChat to top. Huzzah. Let's put my webcam to top. Okay, the webcam doesn't want to go to the top, apparently. Oh, there we go. Alright, huzzah. Okay, so with that, I think we're going to go and make this region ridiculously long. So I want into that river as well. I'm gonna go for broke here. We're gonna have the lava and we're gonna have the river. And this is not gonna work at all. Okay. Shadow is alive, indeed I am. And Crazy Kebab. Crazy Kebab is crazy. Alright, let's embark there. It's a shadow. It's a shadow. Yeah, it's telling me all the warnings and things. My selected civilization is dead or dying. Okay, we're at the end of a dwarven kind here. And we're going to prepare for the journey carefully. So, character 1. I'm going to name this whoever wants to be named. So, your nickname. Whoever wants to be in this first. Zombie Hawk? Could be a Zombie Hawk. Buffalo wings. Love buffalo wings. Me. Okay, so me. Yep, now done. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we have me. And what do you want to be? I want to die in yet another game by Shadowhawk. Well, it's why I play games, really. What do you want to be, sir? Note, we're trying to make lava tunnels. I'm giving you free reign with your skills. If you just come up with what you want to do, I will try and match it to what skills are actually available. But we shall see. You might even take up an important role. You could be king of the dwarves if the civilization is dying. This is important. One of you could be king of the dwarves. Also means we're most likely to be killed by goblins. Lava Commissar. Okay, I can go and rename people while we're doing that. Yep, it's double M. Yep, I did do that. I did do double M. It's double A. Yes, I did do. Okay, so we have the Lava Commissar. Yeah, we demand nicknames now for all of your names, by the way. Disaster Dylans. Oh, but that's not a nickname. He just is. There we go. You won't mind that name. I need to give them skills at some stage. Hi, Marishan. That's not a good name. I can't give Marishan a nickname of Hi. He really will be. He really will be. But you know what? I don't mind that at all. Somebody else will be struck by disaster. Probably the entire place. Jingle Jangles? Okay, I don't can go with that. Customize nickname. And that is G. A lot of sixes. Dwarven civilization is crumbling, so disaster Dylans. We have a successful Dylans. Okay, I can go with that. Troubleshooter Marishan. Noms are secured. I've returned to me sanctum to feast. Hooray! By the way, you've got to shoot trouble. 8 laser weapons. Oh, I've had troubleshooters who have eaten lasers before. I still need the actual skill list of what I should really go for here, but that's kind of what I want to do here. Should I go for the full-on lava tunneling, or should I just not? Because I'm going to have to dig a lava tunnel that goes quite a long way to get this to work. Which will take planning. But, you know, I've worked with things like that. I think then we're going to have Anyan, we're going to have me be our miner. We're going to put you up to proficient in that, and you can pick your next skill later. Somebody else is going to have to be our general weaponsmith and furnace operator. You want... Okay, you can make the lava tunnels then. You can be the second miner. I don't think I necessarily need 2, but I'm going to give you backup mining. No, we'll have 2 proficient miners. That'll do there. And one of you will be the record keeper. Record keeper, appraiser, negotiator. Okay, that'll do that. New name? New name. Okay, ooh, bonus garlic bread with cheese. Excellent. Elmo Smith, give him data skills. Clearly you need to be crossbowman. This is true, I will probably set it up. Let's say this is going to take a lot of work here. So, we can't have Ermel being the smith. I mean, he's the trickster god. In fact, I might actually... Ermel the smith would be quite good as somebody to just talk to people. His whole job is that. And he wants to be a doctor. But I've already started and made you the... Oh, fine. You can be the doctor. Somebody else can go and do that then. Let's see. You can diagnose. And you can dress wounds. But you're no bone doctor. That'll do. Alright, you then get to be the... Actually, no. The liar. The judge of intent. The record keeper and the appraiser. But I should probably make that... Socks! Okay, so you can poison everyone you don't like. That's fair enough. I don't mind that. Right. Marigin. Marigin then is going to be our crossbowman, which is fine by me. I don't mind that. We'll give him, make him proficient at crossbowing. He's going to be really, really good at it. And I'm also going to make him a hunter. So he's going to be our trapper. I think there, because that will give him the ability to go out and be an outdoorsman to a certain extent. And because, you know, I need these sorts of skills, fisherman and herbalist. Okay, so he only goes outside and shoots people. What can go wrong with that? What can make socks then leave? Okay, so we need to make him for clothings. Where's the clothing skills? Martian will be the one to storytell style. Exactly. It's a useful role, actually. I've completely missed out where all the clothing skills are. Oh, there we are. So, skilled at weave, at clothing, spinning, shearing. So we can get components out. We're allowed the fish songs. Later, sir. You're the one doing all the fishing mini-games here. I don't have to do that for another 18,000 subscribers. I think to kind of make Successful Dylan somewhat successful, I'm going to have him be the complete metal working person. Oh, actually, darn it. I've run out of items, so I need to kill some items off. Get rid of those. Get rid of all of these things, because we don't need them. The quivers will need, actually, to be fair. I think he comes with his own sort of things on that front, so that's all fine. Okay, that gives us enough points to go and finish things off. Right, armor smithing, weapon smithing. So adequate at all, and I'll also make him a... Just because I'm going to need somebody to do it, I'm going to make him the woodcutter as well. It'll be okay, sir. In 1,700 subscribers, you can make fishing mini-games. Needs a guitar. It does need a guitar. We'll get the guitar going shortly. So, what should we have Jingle Jangles do other than... Not a lot, seemingly, because I don't have anything really here. I think somebody eventually is just going to have to go and, you know, make things work. So, I'm going to go for you. Carpentry, mason, engraver. And both the crafting skills. So really not very good. This is not a very good person as well. And who should I go for this one? Last person who we haven't really got anybody going for yet is going to be our grower brewer. And we shall call you... Yeah, customize. Just Bob. There we go. So I'm now in it as well for the last one. You have quite a lot of starting LP though. No, we go for just Bob Shadow McBob. He does record. He records an awful lot of stuff, actually. He records a ridiculous amount of stuff. Can he actually use any of it? No, not really. Alright, somewhere I need a weapon. Actually, I don't want to bother with those. I need a weapon to start with. We need a training axe. We have 331 items here, so we can probably do reasonably well for ourselves at this point. We'll go for some pond turtles, just for a little bit of extra food. And then we're stacking everything else up to 11, just so we get the extra barrel. Okay, that's all good there. What don't I have that I could really do with? Probably loads of things. I don't want to plan this too carefully here. I just want to get into this, but at the same time, plans do need to be made, which contradicts myself, I know, but still. I suppose I should really go and do milk because I can convert that into cheese really quickly, and that sources out for meals actually quite well. So, 31 donkey milk. Actually, we do have beer as well. We could get more beer. He's farming when you have booze. This is true enough. We have booze. And we will have lots of cheese. At least once I'm done with this. Because cheese is important. And being able to make lots and lots of cheese will sort us out in the long run. Even if we can do nothing else with them. Oh, actually, before I do anything else, one thing I do need is some animals. So what animals should I randomly have on here? Any torches then? If he does random upload, he's got an entire year's worth of stuff available at a drop of a hat. Exactly. Upload things. It'll work. One male and one female cat. This is going to end in disaster. You know this is going to end in disaster. It really is going to end in disaster. Something we can share. I don't have a lot of points left, but I can go for a couple of sheep as well. And by we, I mean animal. That's fair enough. At least I'm with 55 points. So what I'm going to go for my last few, I think we'll go for... I think I'll go for my usual standby. We'll have some ducks. Because that'll get us even more food. Then if I can do anything else on this side of things, I think the only other thing I might do is just pick up some more logs. Just so I'll have a bit of extra wood around, even though I don't think we necessarily need it anymore. Ducks! Yeah, we always want ducks. We think we can slaughter them for food. Come on, we gotta have ducks. And I think we'll go for some kangaroo milk just to end up, because why not? Speaking of kangaroo milk, Tofu Boy's going to be in a 24-hour marathon stream after this one with Sneaky Shadow. I think it's on Sneaky Shadow's channel. Lava ducks. Oh, hold on. I've never got it to work, but I could try and build a pressurized lava cannon straight over the duck pond. That could be interesting. Alright, I'm just going to then say embark. I mean, not a lot. I'm not doing an awful lot, so there's no reason why it should be, but let me check on things. Dwarf also is not responding, which probably isn't helping. Let me just check what the chat's doing. Huzzah, we're in. Can't even see the stream. Let me just bear with me 2 moments. No, you know what? It's kind of there. Probably have to full screen it. I should probably just mindly adjust with something is, but we'll work on that. We'll work on that in a moment. Scene. We're on the emergency backup. Alright, strike the earth. And we are we're in the darkness. It's always a good sign when it does that. It's a long process of making loads and loads of random pumps for things. Anyway, we've got this pause. We have apparently decided to start ourselves there. The lava is there. Let's just find out where the top of this is. It's useful to know. Okay, so the top of the lava is there, which is a long way back, actually. Okay. So given that it's a long way back, let's try and dig out a space for ourselves that's a little closer to where the lava is. I'm gonna dig home here. And then we'll see what we can do after that. So we want something free wide and just heading into there. Then we'll prepare the lava tunnel, which is difficult and needs to be done reasonably quickly, actually. But first we need to get everybody inside. At least all of our bits and pieces, anyway. So free wide there and free wide there. Begin the meticulous planning. Right. Downward ramps. I probably should ramp actually rather than that, but that's fine. Free there. This will be, so make myself a little closer to it. This will be the workshop factory floor. So what I need then is another tunnel to go basically one level down from here. And this will then need to include the lava tunnel, which I'm going to have to make separately because it's just going to be easier to do it separately. But if I need to basically set up where it's roughly going to go. So let's begin the planning then. 5. In order to do this properly, I'll need 4 because that will also include a magna kiln. So I can probably have it further than that actually. At least up to there, down, up. Yeah, this is all this is going to be. It's always Dwarf Fortress is. It's just me planning things. Okay, so that's done. We then need to have the tunnel get from there to about whatever it is there. So that's ideally where I want it. Also, thinking of future expansion. In case this actually works, I've got a plan for where things are. I could make another tunnel actually, but you know, I prefer to set this up in advance. So I also need to go down there. And down there. Okay. I only need one actual connecting bit here, so we'll go and dig. Actually, no. Hold on. Actually, I'll probably get away with that. Because dwarves are funny about digging into lava for some bizarre reason. They feel it's dangerous. So I'll need to go and dig that. Get that over to there. And get this somewhere close to where... Oh, actually, no. That's not the best way to do this at all, thinking about this. I cannot have a connecting tunnel that leads out there, because otherwise I will just... yeah. Flood the entire lower levels with lava. That's going to work out massively. Okay. This feels close enough from here, but I think actually from what I was looking at, the actual solid level is down here, so this will have to go down to there. This is going to be a slow trickling process, but it should work out for us. Upward stairway. For this. Okay. long stairs, which are just basically going to be flooded with lava. Kind of there already. I need to go higher, so actually this has got to go from here. We're going to just go a downward stairway, upward stairway. Yeah, I'm going to have to dig across to there, up to there. I would pick the... I found lava pools which are on ground level. They're always much easier to do than this. I've got to basically climb the entirety of this. Is that adamantite that I'm just noticing there? No, microslime, of course. I've had more bizarre things happen, especially when I've gotten the when I got minerals this expensive up there. By the way, there's a lot of materials I'm basically getting rid of by doing this. Up. Downward stairway. I'll have to make sure it's all connected in a moment. Okay. Upward stairway. There we go. Alright. So we're there. And downward stairway here. What we then need to do, once that is built, I need to build a channel. And that channel needs to go... I should not dig... I should remember which area to dig first. I've got 2 pickaxes. So, unpause. Someone has got to come all the way up here to do this. And it's an important job. It is an important job. Also, can I set this to... Hotkey... 2... Okay. Let's check that. Okay, so we got that sorted out. Meanwhile... north, we have miners who are digging. And we have a doctor, he can diagnose. This is true, this is true. We need to make as much legendary stuff as we can before we get there. He probably could. He probably could. We've done some amazing things. I wish they would actually go up and dig the tunnel first, but you know, I can't ever get dwarves to do what they're supposed to, so you know. All this is really going to be is me setting up initially just the first major stock room. What I could do actually while I'm sort of hanging around here is see if I can find any form of level ground, which there doesn't appear to be a lot of. Actually, no, there is a little bit. Okay, chop down these trees, whoever's got the axe. I think the way they get wood now is a bit more sensible. We'll see how well that goes. The other thing, I need a pasture for the animals, but I don't have anywhere suitable just yet. And... nope, where's the plants? There we go, gather plants as well. We will have booze and we will have stuff. Okay, resume. Somebody will be down shortly to go and deal with that. And then we'll watch the entire tree collapse. There we go. We now have a stack of wood. I like the way this works now. Oh, that's a point. I haven't found any water yet. There is some water. I can just about see some up here. All the way down here we have found a... brook. Brook's not a bad source of water, actually. And one of our dwarfs has already sort of taken up his camp and decided, you know what? We'll deal with that here. Which is fine. Now chop down all these annoying little tree things. You're in the way. Much has changed with Dwarf Fortress. And we're massively needing these hotkeys. Anyway. Back to roughly where we were. I should probably have a home key somewhere. Here. Hotkey. how we're sorted on that front. Actually, I didn't check what type of area this was. I don't think it's a zombified area, though. But you can never count tell with these things sometimes. Right, food stockpile. Needs to go there. Furniture needs to go there. Stone stockpile, for whatever reason, can go there. Wood stockpile can go here. Alright, move. It has started raining. The dwarves are going to have unhappy thoughts from now on. There we go. And the music is awesome. The music is all you need to listen to. Right, and hopefully with... Oh, hold on. One of my miners has disappeared. Oh, he's not going to dig that. I don't know what he's doing then. Darn it, one of my miners is just being lazy. Zombie whales are horrible. They really do not like zombie whales. They are deaf to a fortress. One of those is deaf to a fortress. I have never killed one. Darn flying zombie whales of death. Oh dear. Oh, it's all the water. That's no worries. That's just me being weird. Okay, so with that all done, all the miners are now doing other things. Somebody is digging the tunnel. It'd be amazing if they are, but I don't think they are. So I'm just going to get rid of that and give myself a little more space there, because otherwise I'm just going to confuse myself doing that. Anyway, the miners are back. And once somebody's digging that ridiculously long tunnel, we'll actually start working, getting some something working on the factory floor. Because I think rather urgently we need something. I should set up a meeting hall actually, which should go for the moment here. And then I'll set up a dormitory area over here. In fact, yeah, I'll set up a dormitory this side. Once I have everything sort of set up. Do. Probably as much need to include that, really. Okay. So once everything is mined, I should probably try and take haulage duties off of some of these. We'll start by having you dig this way. These first ones done actually before. If we can get these done actually before the before we have any issues, that'll be fine. We'll get the first few things built. Oh, of course we'll be mugging the traders. In fact, that's something I haven't set up yet. Whoops. Yep. Okay. So trading mugging station can go here. Thanks for reminding me, Imagine. I would have forgotten that. Ooh, I've done it. Why would nobody dig here? Sad face. See, I don't want to climb a mountain. I probably do need to set up a ditch somewhere for a dump ground, but for the moment, this is all fine. I haven't actually got stockpiles for at this point. Barn block, leather, food. Gotta make the traders. I normally try not to, it's too easy. But this time I will. It is really easy. It's really easily done. They will come back from the first one. I don't think that's been adjusted, so they will come back from the first one. But don't ever try and sell the wood to the elves. They really hate that. Even though they provide wood to you, they obviously do it humanely. Okay. I only have one idler, which is a bit of a bizarre turn of events, really, considering everything. Alright, once we've got this area mostly dug out, we'll turn this into this sort of meeting hall. Might turn that into the initial dormitory. We'll see how we go there. Humane wood. Oh yeah, legitimate elf killing. I mean, they're wooden weapons. I mean, wooden weapons. They're rubbish. Absolute rubbish. You can't get dwarves using them properly. All elf killing is legitimate. Quite so. Quite so. Remember the War of the Beard. Don't remember the War of the Beard? Grow a beard, then you'll remember it. Yeah, but they're space elves. They barely count. Good news is we've got areas dug out now, so I can now go and set up the trade depot, which can... In theory, I'd like to put it there, but we'll wait for them to finish doing that then. In the meantime, buffer is cleared. Yep, we don't want to build any more of those. Keep going. In the meantime, I'd really like to get these mining people prioritized, though we have found some metal, which I believe is just tetrahedrite, which is not bad for the moment, and we can find more of that. In fact, we're going to be digging out a lot more of that. So we got some silver and we got some copper available, which is a good start. Finding lots and lots of copper ore, which we can make weapons and things out of that, which is good. We can sell some things certainly from that. We would like the silver more than the copper though, and there are ways we could probably mess around to get some. Silver beds for the miners. I wish. You still can't build metallic beds. They have to be made out of wood. And would you dig out a 3x3 square? No, you're going to deliberately leave that one space blank. Give me the option. I can be not neat, or I can get this done right. Thank you. Okay. First workshop then is going to be the carpenter's workshop because we want some beds. And we'll build out of whatever's closest. Resume. Wooden beds a heresy now? Thing I might want to build at this point is the stonemasons. Actually, what have I actually got? I don't have a lot actually around, do I? No point in building anything there. Mason's workshop is probably fine for the moment. And whatever's around, we do have masons and things around. And now that that's done, let's go and build some beds. 8, 9, 10. 10 should do for now. It's overkill actually with only 7 doors, but we might as well get them done and get some things done in advance. Everything is treason, of course. Any other things we'll dig at this stage? Oh, actually, no. I just had a thought, and we're not doing that. I could tunnel down now, build the channels now. No, we don't do that. We don't do that. Need everything else set up, but not that bit. So if I dig the tunnels down, there's going to be dwarves in there when the lava flow hits, and you just know that's going to be disaster and death. Also, I need a mason to actually start building things. Good news is we have some beds started. So because this area is actually done, and I like some indoor things. We're going to set this up as our initial bedroom. And I'm even going to build a couple of doors. Construction inactive, I'm waiting on that. I can make them out of... Yeah, I can do that for the moment. 2 doors on the end after beds, and we'll make the dormitory after that. Then at some stage, when we get a Dwarven Noble, we'll actually make proper living quarters for people, which will be fancy. And also new metal. Galena, which is lead and silver. Which is an improvement, actually. It's a reliable silver ore, which is nice. And hopefully now... Yes, they're going to start digging the tunnel. Once this tunnel is done, we can work on that. Build a bed. And another bed. Okay, so we have some beds. Next we're going to build the trade depot. Which can go there. Even make it out of stone because we're nice like that. And huzzah, we've got some things started. The only other thing we'll do at this stage is get the what's now going to be the Great Hall is going to be on this side. We'll get that sorted now. We'll also need to make a kitchen area. And that will need a stock room, which will go behind. There you go. It's not going to be the most impressive of things, but, you know, what can you do? Yeah. There is planning going on here. Trust me on that. It doesn't look like it, but there is. We like our symmetry, but not that much. Okay. 30 minutes of work later, back to the line, filling the gaps between the dots. Don't... Okay, has the mason's been built yet? What can we really do with this now? Who is our mason, by the way? Construct bed. You have no job. I'm gonna have you go and actually get you to do a lot of jobs. None of which are jobs I want, so I'm going to ignore that actually. That's livestock. There's a giant whore now, a couple of them actually, which are around. Nobody's dead or missing, thankfully. Okay. We'll remember how to do things in a bit. Reference, lever. I don't think we have you doing anything of the sort, but I'm going to have you start being our stoneworker. Make bad things out of rocks. We hope you make good things, but we're not that hopeful. Right, back up here. How far has the tunnel got? He's barely started. Ah, dear. Good news is, though, more beds. And then we'll just set this up. Once we've got the doors in place, we'll set that up as the proper dormitory, and then we'll see what we can do. You know what, actually, as much as I'd like to get the food stuff sorted out now, it's not the priority I've got right now. What I want to do is I want to get lava sorted out. Lava so we can go and make things of metal. Things that are good. And we hope that someone will work on that. Good news is somebody has worked on this. So from here, we want lots of doors. We want lots of chairs. We want lots of... We want a few blocks, actually, just to be on the back, just as backup. What don't we have at this point? Might take a floodgate. No, actually, there's no point in taking a floodgate. Tables. And an extra table, actually, because we're going to have to set up a medical area at some stage. Okay, so doors, tables, and thrones. Start making things out of stone. We've got plenty of stones here. Start going for it. Huzzah! Stuff out of other stuff. Somebody better be getting up here to do work. Yeah, hey, work is being done. Come on. Work harder. We've actually struck some things, and that actually looks... I know the problem. Okay. Let me just check briefly what would happen at this point if I allowed it to happen. Actually, it's on the other side of the mountain. I think we'd be safe with this. I'm going to deliberately leave this in place just to see what happens. But, yeah, somebody's made a bit of an error. You think? No, actually, it's not connected at all, is it? It isn't. It's just where I had them digging. Whew, okay. Okay, keep digging. It's a long way down, but you're almost at the point where we can now begin setting up the tunnels. And then once we set up the tunnels... who's digging the tunnel? We'll find out in a moment. It is me! The onion is digging the lava tunnels. Oh, darn it, we're gonna have to burn the gold. This feels rather bad, but, I haven't actually messed up. It looks as if I have, but I haven't. Because actually the area that I've got here isn't actually connected to the tunnel. If I'd have left it in, it might have been, but it's not. So, that'll be fine. I thought it was, it's not. We'll work it out. If something does go disastrously wrong, blame Dylan's. Blame competent Dylan's, who hasn't had a chance to do anything as of yet. It has also started raining. Okay, get us down to this third level. Keep going. Once this is all done, we'll be fine. Jingle Jangles has become a carpenter. Good for him. And I think what we'll do at this stage is go and make a few extra beds. 4 will then make a couple of containers. So 4 chests and a couple of cabinets. And then we'll start food, I think. Time to make a lemon cannon. Well, the thing is, I could, in theory, do something along that sort of lines with the lava, but it needs a lot of piping work, and I'm not really that good at the piping. I've done it once with water, but lava, I think, works slightly differently. Flaming catapult is something you could have a go at later, though. But for now, I just want to get the metalworking sorted out, because that allows everything else to speed up once this is going. Also, would somebody build this already? Oh, no architects. Not a problem. Who is being lazy? No job. Oh, Anion the miner. Actually, now that means Lava Commissar is doing all the digging at this point. Let's go to the units. I want you to go and do one other job for me, and that is... I've forgotten what I was doing. Ah, distracted. Yeah, architect. That's the one. Architecture. Also alchemy, because why not? Go build things. Run off in a different direction entirely from where the fortress is. Good going. Good going. Alright. Saving. We're now into summer, so we survived 1 month, well, 1 season thus far. 3 months down, Number 3 until we get the ability to steal everything from the traders. That should be nice. We have basically established home. I have lots of metal which we're about to burn for the wrong reasons. And we have a dormitory. I could really put some more beds in, but you know, I like to sort of separate them out with useful things. And some doors. Yeah, we'll make the doors out of wood. Hazelwood doors. And then we need to smooth all this stone down in here because this is going to be... That'll be important because that'll increase the value and increase the happiness. Next up, we need to turn this into a bedroom. And we'll make that a dormitory. There we go. Resume. And huzzah, somebody is building things and we've struck something somewhere. Announcements. Zoom location. Oh, that wasn't the right announcement. There we go. Right. Oh, we were almost there. We're almost there. Oh, that cat is going to die. Winter is coming. It'll be alright. Once we can burn everything, then everything will be fine. Maybe. As long as this line gets built first, we'll be fine. The rest we can probably ignore. Oh, indeed. We'll definitely have to work out some way of doing that. I mean, most of the area currently is either... And actually, to be fair, a lot of the area is in for red clearance, so we can get away with that. Thermonuclear cat explosion. Yes, the thermonuclear cat explosion. It is amazing. But if the cat is just gonna hunt down in that tunnel, it's gonna get burned, and then somebody's gonna have negative thoughts. Also, you were confused and ran off. I could technically now get it sorted. What I would have to do is basically go and dig a channel from there to there. But let's not do that yet because that would be ridiculous. Also, I've got to make sure that the next area down there, that is 7x7 lava there. Oh, hold on. That's an interesting thought on this one. Okay. So, the lava pool essentially goes up like that, along sheer cliff walls. My normal trick is to basically get to the top of the lava pool and then sort of funnel it down. I can't do that here. Okay. Let's get this channel built anyway. But somebody is going to burn to death to get this to work. Unless I can build the channel bit there. Somehow I feel this is not going to work, and in fact I can't do this just yet. But if I remove the last bit, we'll at least see. I can then put the lava in next time. So, in fact, actually with the pressure, that might actually cause a different problem. There's about 3 extra levels higher of lava area. But if some of that goes down the tunnel and where we want it to go, mission success. If it instead just erupts the mountain out of this point and, you know, destroys everything, mission success. If absolutely nothing happens and it works exactly as planned, mission success. I can't lose. I just have to wait for them to actually do the job. Which also would help if they're not both down here at the time, actually. But, you know. That shouldn't happen. They're nearly done with this job after all, so... And since they're both going to be down here, it'll be fine. Tons and tons of prompts. Yeah, it shouldn't be a problem. I know water does kind of work that way. In fact, I'm going to not dig this area out. We're just gonna go for it now. Preemptive lava attack on the goblins. I agree, sir. They're not digging that area out though at this point. We'll just see what it lets me do first. Nobody will invade our fortress, flooding it with lava. Exactly. You see, nobody will do it. It would be mad. The cat's gone back in there, I notice. Let's just make... Oh, hold on. Somebody's going to try it. Let's not do that bit first. That's the crucial bit here. If it's all successful, we'll do that last. For now, we'll see how we'll get the rest of it in. Okay, that all looks good. So the last bit's in, we'll get them to do it. Okay. Channel. Run away! That worked! It's spilling out everywhere! I've doomed them out. Okay. So, yeah, basically they're spilling out. And huzzah, we've caused a lava spill. Which means we're about to set everything on fire. But, you know, it's kind of worked. In fact, it has worked. What are we talking about? That was completely successful. We should see where the rest of the lava flow is going. You know what? I can live with the results of this. This side of the mountain we don't care about. It's not spilling out to the left-hand side, which is our side, really. At least not as much. Most of that bit down there is rock anyway, so it's not even really going to inconvenience us, this bit. Okay, that bit's spilling out towards us now. But, you know, there's nothing down there that we worry about too much. Not really, if we think about this. See, we'll be fine. We need the lava. We needed it for reasons. I mean, it's still not actually filled this area up yet. So, on the plus side now, we got a completely defendable side on the map now. Nothing can attack us from over the mountain. Absolutely nothing can. And if anybody asks, if the elves ask, this was a natural occurring event. Meanwhile, back in the base, where they're... Oh, that's actually smoothed out really nicely, actually. Huzzah. We'll be able to actually get some upgrades soon. I might as well get the miners to actually dig out the food area, and then we'll try and get that sorted. The trouble I'm going to have is I don't think there's an easy way for me to go and get... Unless I can find some dirt I can sort of go under. don't think that's going to work out well for me. Lava's coming. The trees did it. Definitely the trees did it. Okay, what it is, it was the trees' fault. They started this war. When you think about it, they're gigantic, have hundreds of limbs. Migrants have arrived. They haven't arrived on the lava side, which is quite convenient for us. So actually I'm just going to resume that and we'll ignore them. They've arrived, we'll work and deal with what they can do later. Meantime, we have chests and cabinets being built, which is okay. We'll make some more beds because new people, we need to deal with those. There shouldn't be too many migrants actually. We haven't done a lot of successful building at this point. That'll be fun, I think. Oh, lava has appeared at the... Yeah, there we go. Okay. Once the lava's in place, we'll start making the things. Technical term. So all of the workshops are more or less ready. And then we'll see what we can do. As long as we don't see any trees just basically incinerating the entirety of the ground, we'll be fine. We actually do have some spare beds, actually, and it's not as if... Yeah, we've got 4 spare beds. It's actually quite a good-sized sort of dormitory area, actually. And if I could put some cabinets in, that'd be perfect. H. So some of them are going to have their own... Well, one of them, whoever special sits there, is going to have things. Managed to open the doctor book. Hooray! Resume. Where have our miners actually run off to? I'm surprised if they're trying to mine the areas back down here. Because sometimes they're foolish like that. Also, lots of chairs and tables have been made. I just need to get there. Giant duck pond. We need to build a giant duck pond, actually. He does have a fair point there. Farmer's workshop and things would be quite useful as well. I don't have any dirt to just checking. Yeah, it's got to be built on soil or mud, and I don't have any of either, really. We have plenty of lava. Yes, Captain Joe, I was playing the best runs of Dungeons of Dreadmore I have ever played. You know, the game I was actually halfway decent at. I will say it curved down quite nicely. Build a bed. Don't have any more beds. Somebody should be doing things on that nature, though. How many people are we up to at this point? 13. So we've got 6 migrants in there. It did keep me super busy. This is true. We'll set up here is the broker's office. Once we're done with that, which will be 5. Actually, no, hold on. That is what I want to do, but I'll do it a different way here. This is going to be the mighty broker's office. Because why not? And then just the dining room. And then we'll be sorted, I think, in terms of a lot of things. Also, while we're at it, let's engrave the stone and increase the value of this place a little more. More happy thoughts needed, sirs. And we need stories. We definitely need stories. Go to unit. Oh, you're up there. The great lava duck fortress. Speaking of lava ducks, that might be at the level of causing a problem now. It's certainly going to reduce the areas we can go to. I mean, in theory, it's going to level out, but... there's a lot of area up here, and it is fitting. There's going to be eventually lava ducks. Yeah, no, but to be fair, with the way my ducks are wandering around, and the fact that we put a hole in the wall of the sheer wall of this volcano, yeah, there's going to be lava everywhere. But at least some of it's going where we wanted it to, so success in that part. I think now, if that's actually done. How high is that? 1. It needs a bit more than 1, really. It needs actually... I forget what it's going to need. It probably needs about 4 or 5 to be on the safe side. So we're going to have to wait a little bit more for that. That being said, I could now build it. Okay, let's get those built. Technical success, the best kind of success. Indeed, sir. Indeed. So our carter isn't doing that anymore, and we have yet more things there. Oh, now I need both of them done, otherwise I can't build the thing on it. The good news is it'll take a long time for the pressure to build up and spill into the fortress, but it will happen eventually. Let's also build my doors in place because, you know, we like doors. Should probably put a pillar in there and then another couple of doors, actually. Construction wall bits. Let's put a wall in there. And then we'll put the doors in. Okay, resume. And eventually somebody will build that. Warm stone located, but that's fine. I can live with that. They'll complain about the rest of this for a while now, actually. I probably shouldn't have started this chain off. Resume. And they have built one of the wings down, so now I can actually build my darn lava workshops. So Magma Forge should go there. And anvils, illuminates. Huzzah! And now competent Dylans, or whatever we actually called him, can actually make some things. Maybe, if he feels like it. He probably doesn't. Who is that actually? They complain, use them on the lava. Sounds like a job for the lava commissar. It does. It really does. Yeah, Warmstone has been located, but that's fine. We don't mind that. Successful Dylans. Indeed. Successful Dylans can build things. In fact, this should be him now. No, it's not. It's a random blacksmith dude. Where's successful Dylans? Detailing war. Oh, he's doing engraving work up here. He's making stories. Which, yes, is possibly what we wanted him to do, but, you know, not really. Okay. So Magma Forge requires things. We then need some furnaces. Which are... Control F? No, what was furnaces again? Furnaces was E. Of course it is. Magma Smelter. How's Ermol doing? Actually, I don't know how Ermol's doing. Ermol has no job and he's bored. That's how Ermol's doing. I should give Ermol a job. I know he was clove making, but I don't... I'm actually surprised he's had a job all this long, to be fair. Let's make a farmer's workshop, because I think I had somebody who was decent at that. Also, destination mine. I want this area. I want all of this dug out. Stop being wimps and dig it out. And that lot too. Yes, we know it's warm stone. I don't care. Dig it out anyway. Okay. Now your job is to make cheese on repeat. Oh, actually, we've got all this area all the way down now. Huzzah! Kitchen! Because we have food. Kitchen to go there. A fishery to go there. We then need doors. Lots of doors. We don't have enough doors. And then we'll make this little stockpile for food. We don't need any farming. We can buy all the alcohol we need with whatever we can actually make out of things at this stage. Also, tables. Let's go and get this sorted. So we have plenty of tables. Prefer to build them all of the same type here if we can. Sweet calcite table area. We shall have up. I've done it. No, that's alright. I can make this work. I don't think I've built. I didn't plan this room out very well. That's what I've just worked out. Next line, and then we'll have one over here of slate and some chairs. Fortunately, actually no, I can. I can still go with the scheme. I can still go with the scheme. This is important to nobody. But, you know, colour coordination, if we can do it, we can have clearance colours, we might as well do this properly. And then 2 over here, both microsaline. And that'll do. Resume. Yay, they're finding more warm stone they don't want to dig through. Look, if I tell you to dig through warm stone, you'll do it. I mean, you didn't complain this much when I actually had you digging at the low section of an active volcano with lava 20, 30 foot higher than yourselves. Actually, these are all probably 15 foot. But still, they didn't complain that much. Also, is nobody building that? I'm waiting for an architect. We are waiting for an architect. Somewhere we do have architects. Somewhere somebody should be making cheese. Resume. Once they found all the warp stone, I can get them to dig it all out in one go, so I might as well wait. Right. No, actually, whichever one of you is actually doing things, do that. Oh, darn it, I had this area dug out as well. Though this is mostly to get stuff. Pump and pressurize the volcano. I don't need to do anything with this volcano. See, it's working perfectly fine by itself. This is not causing any problems to anybody. I mean, just look at it. The bit up there that's completely falling off the map into an area we don't care about. And this, well, you know, apparently something was hunted around here, so Marigen's doing his job, but, you know, the lava will do the job for him, I guess. We'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Fortunately, this isn't doomed. Pretty suggest such a thing? Oh, we got one. Hey, we're supposed to be building doors. Somebody is supposed to be building doors. Also, the kitchen is... Come on. Waiting fishery. Needs cooking. Okay, we're going to have to go through some of our units now, I think. So you're a level worker, are you? You're now in charge of... I think cooking's actually in here, isn't it? Yeah, you're now in charge of cooking and... Actually, no. Actually, I know what you can do. You're now in charge of cheese making. Get off with you. Huzzah, we found a job for you. Are you actually just hanging out there? Oh, you're detailing the floor, as are you, presumably. I need to make this a meeting hall so I can actually just get this done. There should be some pictures. There are, some of them are detailed. We'll wait until they're done, and we'll see what the best ones will look like once we're a bit closer. That's another door. We'll get that started anyway. Are you being followed around by a rabbit? Yes, you are. Just know that we might want to kill him for his food later. Just FYI. Okay, so that area is now completely dug out, and that took no time whatsoever. And things are very nearly ready. Okay. So the only other furnaces we need really for magma are the glass furnace, which we're not going to use, and the kiln, which we're also not going to use. But we've got them now in case we ever do want to. This is a good plan, sir. It's a good plan. Alright, so what else have we got here? We have a mechanics workshop, which we can put there. We haven't built a still at any point yet, which is fine. Also, designation at this point. We've got to mine out this bit here and this bit here. Resume. And now I think it is time to start smelting all of the metal. So, repeat, and repeat. Anything else? We do have billion bars actually, so I'm going to make some of those as well, just because we can. And because eventually we're just going to run out of things. Next, I need to put a bar and block stockpile in there, which needs to go... Stockpile, bar and block. Which can go here. Right, resume. Soak them in booze first. Yes, always soak things in booze first if you have the option. I mean, that just makes sense, doesn't it? So why is nobody building a door? I rather urgently need a door to be made by somebody. Both of those require architectural masonry. You can do it with mason, actually. The smelter's unpowered because it's... the lava here isn't enough. So with all that lava kind of spilling out everywhere else, we could really do with... yeah. We'll be fine. Once all that's detailed, actually, that should hopefully allow competent Dylan's to do his job. Whatever his job happens to be. Yay, somebody is doing masonry type things. That means eventually we'll have this throne room sorted, this dining hall sorted out. Eventually somebody will learn how to cook. We Actually, this is Shadow McBob who's got no work to do. Oh dear, we can't have that. It's in the units. So because you're a grower, brewer, and have absolutely no jobs besides, I think I can be trusted with the most important job going at this point for the fortress. I'm going to be in charge of your meals. I might also go for plant processing a bit later, but for the moment, I am your chef. I have cookies. If the worst comes to it, I have cookies. And I suppose I could still make some... I could still make some things from that. Good news is... it looks like everything else here is kind of done, so we almost have our industry sorted out at this point. I think everything's kind of done. We need more unrotten milk, so I guess we've now sorted out on food supplies at this stage. Let's have a look at what we got in the kitchen. We have a lot of random stuff here. Don't cook the plump helmets at this point. Yeah, we have lots of cheese. Actually, hopefully we've got a mechanic somewhere so we can actually make a traction bench. Need those, and then make some mechanisms. And then I might send my miners off to go and do some exploratory mining, which may involve finding out where the heck the lava flow is going to and avoiding it. See, it hasn't even come down this far yet. We're fine. Nobody's worried about this. I'm certainly not. Something died there. Or that was a lava beast. Or I just saw a flicker of something. It's dead now, anyway. Okay. Let us prepare fine meals repeatedly. Let's see what the Shadow McBobbins could cook up. Mostly with cheese. And autumn has come. It's done also saving this way. Huzzah, we've made it through 2 seasons. And we actually have an established fortress. Complete with lava trap. Wasn't intentional lava trap? I mean, actually, if it was flowing a bit faster, I could probably build a lava moat at this stage of the game. It would mean there's no way... Actually, you know what? I'm liking that idea more. What would I have to do to build a lava moat from here? Quite aside from get the lava into a trench. Really? I've got to surround where I'm currently based and put a bridge in. It's also on the wrong mountain, really, the lava, if you notice. It's sort of... part there. I could put another hole, say, here, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I mean, I can always sort of mess around with putting a tunnel in a bit later. But sort of, if I could make, say, a gap down at the bottom, bridge over that, I'd then have an almost impregnable lava defense. Problem is, I'm not 100% sure it'd work. Yeah, I agree. Okay, so let's see what I can do here. We have extra doors at last. Slate doors. Okay, now that's in. Let's turn this into the dining room. And we'll make this the meeting hall as well. And let's put some more tables in. Let's put another microcrystalline one there, and we'll put another one there. Chair. Yes, excellent. It's going to kind of... Oh, darn it. Nope, that's not what I wanted to put there. I messed up the colour coordination. Move that one. Little chair. And build the chair. Resume. Okay. And now that that's done, we need to go and smooth all the stone out. I think I'm slightly concerned about. Actually, I really should find somewhere I can dump things. It's a shame I didn't set up a lava pool ahead of time. That would be a perfect dump spot. All right. Well, let's go and put that here, I think. And in fact, that's not actually going to work out as I wanted it, but that's fine. Zones, if I can put a zone there and just put it as a garbage dump. Garbage dump. And then up here a little bit. About there will do. Stockpile, refuse, which can go there. So we have our refuse stockpile sorted out, and it's not too far away from where the base is. And thus everybody has jobs. Feels like something's going on, but it's not quite happening yet. The lavas are still coming down, slowly. It's kind of stopped now. I mean, I can't do anything about it anymore. Nobody can get up there. It's still 7s at that level, and the next one. Yeah, so it's this level which is actually running out of lava, which means I think I've nearly drained 1 Z level of lava at this point. So, yeah, it's going down. It's going down a bit. Also, huzzah! We found somewhere to have all the ducks in the dining room. It's not good at all, is it? Also, how are we doing for food? I have no idea how we're doing for food. Yeah, that's actually something I hadn't thought about, but apparently the depot can get there. Okay, so the wagons can't actually get to us apparently, which is going to present us a little bit of a problem. Only a little one. I can't steal from all the elves. Now, hopefully there's enough lava down here to... Yeah, 5 reliably, so that should be enough. I think you only need 4. Right. Let's get smelting. We need some stuff and or things. Then, we need to go and dig out some more stuff. So the plan from here is to... Actually, no, hold on. Let's get this right. The plan from here is to do exploratory digging in this direction. So we're all the way down here for no reason other than to see if we can find stuff. And then we're going to head down. We're going to be careful about where we're heading down because, you know, lava. Down, up. And from here, I think we'll just go for a bit along and then we'll start heading down proper. Seems good to me. And up. And we'll see if we can find anything. No more lava tunnels at this stage, but you know, this all could still be full. An outpost liaison. How curious. Okay, they did get here then. Even though they apparently have no depot access. Also, look at the amount of wood we've actually left here. Okay, so at this stage we need to have a broker. Broker needed a depot. Let's go and move some goods in. Let's start with... Can I not sort by value at this point? Okay. Apparently I can't sort by value because we don't have a pre... Actually, no, that might be it. What I haven't done. So we need a broker. And the best broker we got is... you, I think? That's almost certainly if you've got that many skills going for you. The only thing you don't have is appraisal skills. So that'll be you. Chief Medical Dwarf will assign a bit later, and that'll do. Okay. Hurrah, we have additional cats. I do have a lot of water. The problem is getting the water up there, but it could be done. I could make a lot. I could go and make obsidian traps. Construct tanzanite. Actually, that's the one thing I want to do before I do too much else. I want to build a well area. So this is going to be what this is going to be about. For the moment, we'll just have that. If we put the well anywhere at this stage, it should be probably dead center. So this is where we need to fill up with water, really. Not a great amount, but enough, I think, is how we need to go with this. And then we'll need to put a door or a gate in there just so I can sort that out. In fact, I could use that trick to go and get myself some farming areas sorted out here. It's not exactly perfect, but it could be done. How much am I going to need? I need a large enough area to do this, I guess. If I can get mud up to, say, there, then that'll work for me, I think. But that's a long, longish process. We'll worry about that later. For now, we want to trade things, and for that, I'm going to need to move goods back and forth. So, let's see what we actually have in stock. We don't have a lot, seemingly. At all. Some iron bars. Some cheeses we've made. We don't have anything to trade. So, I guess we're just going to read the building. Sorry, it's just got to happen. Somebody's got to demolish that building before we get too much further with this. No, nobody? Well, anyway, while you're doing that then, cancel all those. I want to build a floodgate. I don't necessarily need a floodgate, but I prefer to have floodgates. And if you've got some mechanisms already built... That'd be useful as well, because I can then put a switch up here specifically for that. See, not a huge area really, but enough that I can make use of it. Then, as you call the cats, resulting in tantrums, which means, yeah. Cats always end things badly. It never works. Let's see what the positive thoughts and processes are like in a little bit. Good news is we're apparently hitting rocks, we're not hitting metal particularly. Cobalite, which is always nice. Floodgate is an X, need floodgate. Resume. One thing we could do at this point is possibly have a go at building some iron crossbows. I imagine we need more than that, but we'll have a go with it now. See how good he is. I mean, actually, we're doing quite well on lead and silver, so we can build some silver warhammers as well, just to add up to this. Silver warhammers. Got a squad of hammerers and a squad of other things. And I know we got some billion as well. They are the real cause. They're always the real cause. Cats are the reason all fortresses fail. What the heck is my mason up to? Detailing the darn floors. Okay, hold on. This is why I can't get any work done, because all my masons and people decide this is more important. Trust me on this. Nothing is more important than stealing all their stuff. Oh, they don't. That doesn't work anymore. Oh no, it does work. Nab the stuffs. Things have happened, and we have stolen a lot of stuff. Hopefully. In fact, we almost certainly have stolen a lot of stuff. But you know what? It was worth it. Arguably. It might have been worth it. You never know. We'll dig another area out of this just so I can have an extended stockpile room there. Yep, this is yoink time. It's all ours. Also, I'm making something out of pure kangaroo cheese. Just FYI. Kangaroo cheese stew. Apparently it's not bad. Minced kangaroo cheese, and minced kangaroo cheese. You know what? I've made worse recipes. Maybe. I'm not sure. What else is in here actually, because this always intrigues me looking at what my items are like. So I have cave fish stew, donkey cheese stew, cave fish stew. You know what, this is quite valuable actually, so you know, we're working this on here. No spam, I've made no spam yet. Just kangaroo cheese. I have my priorities, sir. I have my priorities. I really should be, you know, making some alcohol, but good news is I can put a floodgate in, and also I should be able to put a lever in. Nope, where's the lever? Traps, levers, lever. And I want to put that there. I don't necessarily have to do the lever thing, but sometimes it's nice to have the option. It could also work as a very small makeshift farm if we wanted it to. Add new task, a link to a floodgate. Oh, so it's done. There we go. Add new task, a link to a floodgate. And we'll link it up with that and that. Next, we need to go and put a hole in the thing here. Need that to go there. And then we need to wait for one of our miners to return. Okay, we're out of iron bars to forge any crossbows. Presumably we did make a couple. Actually, we did, and one of them's not too bad. And now he's making silver hammers, which he should have plenty to do there. And finally, the miner is coming up. You've now saved the world. Okay. I need to zone this then. As a pit pond, and oh, there's a way of sorting this out. I know there is. Is pond. Okay. Resume. And hopefully somebody will go along and try and fill that with water. In fact, I might need to build some buckets because I don't think I have any. Finally, I think we need to consider other things. So, weapon rack, armor stand, and I think we'll make a few more thrones and a few more tables just so we got some stocks in reserve. Next up, I think we need a craft dwarf place because we need to start making some other things. Workshop. Craft dwarf is R. That can go there. The merchants are escaping? They better not be. I've won all their stuff. Pile, which can go there. Changing that to allow all. In fact, no, actually. Except for refuse. Everything can go there. This is the everything pile. And I'll probably need to build another one. The hope would be that my idlers decided to nab stuff at this stage, but they're not really very good at nabbing stuff, these ones. You know what, though? We've managed to pick up a few nice bits. That is cinnabar mechanisms. And presumably we now have buckets. Huzzah, we have mud. Need to do that a lot. We need to do more than that, really, to get that working, but actually, that might be a better idea. Hold on. If we get another one there, build a downward stairway, upward stairway, and then just build a massive area down here, which basically is to the... Yeah, we're basically going to build stacked... Goodness knows how we're going to get this to actually work, but still, we're going to do it this way anyway. I'll also have to build in another floodgate thing here, I think. So, huzzah, more floodgate. Yeah, just get rid of that. Lever central is what that's got to be now. Mud for the mud wrestlers, and also my duck has fallen in the pond, which is going to be my drinking place soon enough. Well, it's sadly coming, but those ducks are going to drown. merchants have embarked on their journey. Okay. By the way, stockpile. Custom. 100. All of that. Change settings. Enable everything. Except refuse. Unless it's all stockpiled. The only thing we'll have to do now is build a new new trade depot, but that shouldn't be too much of a problem. Because I can actually fit one in there. No bass fishing, sir. We do not want. I say we probably do have the things to do that, but you know. Oop. Some migrants have arrived somewhere. They arrived lava side. Or is that just awesome? No, it's awesome leaves. Speaking of which, how is lava side doing? Something was up there and destroyed. I don't think Marishan's been hunting up here. Just have that feeling. Okay, well let's check out some forts of some of our people, I think. So, Jingle Jangles. Has been hiking tent lately, slept without a proper room lately, fantastic dining room, lack of a well, we'll get that sorted out. Satisfied at work. Okay, all things look good there. Troubleshooter Marishan. Fantastic dining room. Complained of Thirst. Thirst is a problem. Do we not have booze? We should have some booze picked up from all of that lot. If not, we've done really poorly. Yeah, my favourite genre. And when I hit 4,000 subscribers, I will do more fishing games. That's how much I love them. At 4,000 subscribers, I will do another one. See you in about 4 years. Maybe more. But all because I love them. Okay, so there is water slowly pouring in there, but like the lava, there needs to be at least 4 high before it counts enough. Somehow I feel that the strategy is going to be even worse once I have to try and fill the much larger area up, but I'm only filling that area up so I can actually go and... Don't do that, please. Okay. Okay, it hasn't crashed. That was very nearly game over. Yeah, resume. Alright, I need to make some more not extract from plants. Let's go and repeat and repeat. See what we can do with that. Hopefully we'll have enough. Also, did I find anything down here worth... Oh, actually we did. That would be a lot of silver ore here, if I've got this right. Yep, galena. Also lead, of course. And over here we found some glod. Not very much glod, but we found some glod. Stop everything, we have glod. Well, it's not a game I can really fail this one, unfortunately. I mean, I will eventually fail because that's what the point of the game is, but it takes a long time to get there. You know what we should do to try and speed things up, actually? We should go and get Dylan's to make a silver objects. Let's make some gold statue. Actually, no, I need to make the gold bars first, actually, before I do anything else here. Needs to be gold ore. Repeat. And gold nuggets as well, I should have somewhere. Make sterling silver as well. But I think we're going to stick with the gold. Make gold, make statues. Then we have a statue of Glod. And thus I call the LP a success. Oh, but I have to dig some 250 Z levels down to get that, to find them. That's the thing. It's a lot of digging to go and, you know, end the game through clowns. Make hammers of the cotton candy. I could make adamantine hammers. I've done it for a laugh. Actually, I should have some silver weaponry somewhere around, actually. I need a stockpile for that. In fact, what I really need to do is make a new stock room. Which I think I'll do now, actually. I've sent a lot of digging jobs, actually, at this point, but still. A new stock room is definitely something we definitely need. Yeah, that's how the second one ended, actually. I lost to the clowns on the second, my second fortress. But it was fun. We held them off, kind of. I at least found out they actually will sort of go through the blockade I put up, but, you know. I did stop them temporarily. It also immune to lava, so that doesn't work either. I think. Makes sense if they're immune to lava anyway. Also, might as well dig out that area because, you know, valuable stuff, and that area because valuable stuff. And huzzah, booze is being made. And I think we need more barrels then, if this is going to be the case. I don't know where my guy's actually gone with that. You do, that's what they're there. That's what the original walls are there for. To be fair though, in an LP to dig down 300 Z levels and be basically auto-scrolling all the way down there for the most part. Yeah, I had some problems with that game. Out of interest, what interesting stuff did we get out of this? We got some clothing, which is nice. In fact, actually, that's something. I can now make clothing. We can actually give somebody a job. In the meantime, rock pots, repeat, and I don't think we need anything else actually, do we? Could make some memorial slabs, I suppose. I don't urgently need a lot. Bones either, so we'll leave that alone. Oh, we were out of cookable items, so I've made everything out of cheese that I can. Sad face. Which also suggests we got rid of all the food that was actually in the traders' camp. So hopefully we now got a lot of sellable stuff now. Workshop. We need a clothier's workshop. Also, the rabbit is stuck down the well. Also, this well strategy is not working particularly well. It is true. Good news is the booze goes well. With fat from blood meat. Yeah, you can do that. You can, but we have milk, so, you know. as important. We have a lot of animals currently in there, and a lot of them I think are starving. At some stage I should probably butcher them, but the butcher shop is always a dodgy one here. So I might see about building that outside. At least its own area. Let them eat cheese. Exactly right, sir. Exactly right. Once you're done, build workshop. We want a butcher's out there. And then we're going to start slaughtering animals like there's no tomorrow. Because dwarves need food. Food needs to... we need food for profits. We need food for food. And, yeah, everything else we need food for. Goodness, our stock room is now looking quite good. So we can now go and have a finished goods room, which will be from there till about there. Furniture. There till about there. Then need weapon. Actually, animal we will need a stockpile for. Thinking about this. Weapons. Ammo. Need cloth, I think. H. Which goes up to there. And we'll see how the rest of this goes. Resume. Right, now do you see somebody to go and sort all this out? In fact, actually, they've already done. Butcher dead animals, repeats. Extract from dead animals, repeat. And then we're going to go to our little animal thing here. And debate. Uninterested, uninterested. We could slaughter cats for... we could slaughter cats for things, but let's not. We have plenty of stray animals here, so... Do we have any breeding pairs? Not really. We have a ewe and a lamb, so that's fine. We have a stray uninterested kitten. Rooster and horse can both go. Everything else is owned. Okay, we're done. This is true. Food is not as useful as lava traps. And look at that, we have silver warhammers. Some of them are actually half decent. Stray animals are basically all the things that aren't actually in pens at this point. You can put pasture zones and things and assign animals to them, and then they'll act essentially as farm animals at that point. At the moment, they're just sort of hanging around the living areas, being a nuisance. Right, let's make another floodgate or two. Actually, it's a cabinet. Cabinet's not a bad thing to make anyway, but you know, it's not what we wanted to make. A couple of floodgates, and then we'll need to make a couple of levers. Traps components. T. We'll need to make a second lever there and a third lever there. Resume. As well, we have a lot of tables and things. Check how the volcano is doing quickly. Yeah, volcano's doing fine.